Hello, we are
Almost.
live.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
You know what that means? Fish.
Fish. Fish.
All right, we got Yellowstone and Georgia today, as half the group has dropped out for reasons. So these two teams are guaranteed to move on, but this match still does hold some importance as it determines who they can play against. The loser of this match has a 1 in 4 chance of going against California, which is a very scary team to play against. So I wouldn't want to lose.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my co-commentator Star is actually on the California team that people are scared of playing.
I mean, yeah. We'll see how it goes.
These two teams were on pot 3 and pot 4 of their group, so they would have had a hard time getting in had the other groups not dropped. That is not an insult to their skill or saying they couldn't, but just based off qualifiers, they got a little lucky. All right. Does everyone have the mod working, or a scorekeeper set up?
I think so.
That still works. That's fun.
I'm pretty sure we got lucky.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Thank you for helping.
I'll just add it now.
By the way, it's 15 minutes for everything, just to
Okay,
confirm.
nice. So I have the timers working for everything. I will need the overlays during the break for the next one.
Yeah, I'll get
I have
them.
the psychotic one, and it is ready. Are we ready to start, or do we need a minute?
Hold on. Dang it.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I do want to do I do want to hear from the players before we start, though.
Yeah.
So first off, wait, is anyone not willing to do an interview?
No, I think we're all
We're all
chill.
good.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, everyone's good.
All right. Kyle Stir and Lord Hosh, how are you feeling about Psychotic?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, the only hard part is the first 10% and then the green orbs at the end. So if we can consistently get past those, we'll be fine.
Well, if you get to the
Yeah,
end consistently, you'll do fine.
Well,
That's true.
Yeah, that is a lot of what these matches are. It's
Yeah, so
consistency.
basically on my end, I have the same thing, except I just have a lot of mental issues to come at me. But like basically it's me with the first part and just struggles with the first half. So I'm not sure. But I just hope I can get something out of it.
Well, good luck to you guys. All right, Chubby and
you.
Scorpion, how are you guys feeling?
I am probably not gonna do very well. I only have barely 2 runs, but I am a pretty solid extreme grinder, so I think I can do something good. I would say.
Dude, I'm honestly pretty scared because I'm mainly a challenge player. I'm just a backup. So I've been I had very little time to practice for this. But I think I should at least get qual a few times. So we'll just have to see how that shakes out.
All right, if you can get to qual consistently, you will put your team in a very good spot to advance. Well, you are going to advance either way, but to make the number 1 seed. This is the first match I've had where it's actually not for elimination, which I feel like is very stress. I don't think it even relieves that much stress because you still want the first place.
Because you don't want to face anyone else.
It's still important to do as best as you can.
Yeah.
yeah.
Facts.
All right. Are we ready to start?
So yeah.
Think so.
I think so.
Patrick, are we ready?
Don't see why not.
All right. Everyone to the level start screen.
Hold on.
You're good.
We could deafen ourselves.
No, you will be deafened.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
You'll be deafened and server muted. When you are unmuted, that means you are done. We will not unmute you until you are done.
Sweet.
Awesome sauce.
All right.
What was that run from? Right before the start? Okay.
Should everyone refresh the levels?
Yes, everyone refresh the level.
Yellowstone.
What?
Refresh
Refresh the level.
I did that.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
15 minutes. We'll start. We have people ready to deafen you, right?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, start. With a high object limit for Lord Hosh, making him lose a half a second. This level does have relatively late qualifying percentages based on what the players said about the first 10% being the hardest. Little
Yeah, to
surprise.
be honest, I really don't know much about these levels, but I will be sure to learn more about it as we watch these players.
I do it. This
Um,
looks a lot like Daydream, and the name difference between Psychotic and Daydream,
Yeah.
based upon their visuals, is interesting. I do like
All right.
the
See,
deco though.
Alistair's already getting
Second qual.
second qualifying. That's okay.
I believe
A
that's
death
Lord
there.
Hosh also far qualify.
Yeah.
I not at qualifying
Almost
yet.
qualifying.
Now he's
Yep,
at
now
qualifying.
they are.
I'm so used to seeing players at like 30 or late 30s and thinking, oh, they're qualifying. I'm just surprised about it.
Seeing the Georgia team pretty stuck in the beginning, which makes sense based on what you just said. Alistair's already going again. They seem pretty consistent.
Yeah, and based upon the pot selections, Yellowstone was in pot 3 when they got put in Group G, and Georgia was in pot 4. So it is expected that it goes Yellowstone and then Georgia based upon the qualifiers, but anything could happen. This all comes down to if one player has two players have a good game.
Yeah.
But it has been seen before that one player can make a huge difference.
Yeah. Just one. Like
There have been instances of 2v1s in this
yeah, I was
tournament.
gonna say. Alright, we're
Kyle
seeing
Far
Chubby.
again.
Ooh, that's a pretty close to qualifying, but not quite. Still no points for them. Alistair's at second qual.
I am curious what's going to happen if Kansas and Missouri end up tying someone.
Did they? No, they were the one that dropped out as well, right?
Yeah,
So.
they have no one, but right now they're tied with Georgia.
The points are being modified,
Oh yeah, yeah.
once
Okay, I
Georgia
see what you
scores,
mean.
but you'll see.
I see what you mean now.
Kylester does have like a very long list of text on the left side of the screen, which is I don't see many people playing with, so it's really, really interesting how the setup
Yeah.
is. Kylester is at qual again. Yellowstone team is struggling a little bit. Lord Hosh is playing fairly well, but they have had some early qualifying deaths. There's been no completions yet, roughly 3 minutes in, but this. Do you know the length of this level? It does seem fairly short.
I watched a video of it like pretty before this match. It was only like a minute. So yeah, not that long, but clearly some balancing issues. And we're
That
seeing
is a far attempt from
both
Lord Hosh.
the Georgia players are kind of in the same spot right now. That is the first qualifying for Chubby and Scorpion.
Ooh, nice. That puts Georgia
Was
on
that
the
Chubby?
board. Oh, did Chubby not make it?
I
Is a
thought he
move.
did.
Mod may be a little slow.
Okay, yeah.
If it doesn't up, it
Scorpion
will.
for
I don't think
sure.
yeah, Scorpion is very
They're
far right now.
they're at a new best right now.
They did say they had the level. Oh, that's a completion from Lord Hosh that we almost missed.
Yeah. Alistair is also pretty far right
Can
now.
we get a double completion from the Yellowstone team? They did say the last green orbs were a bit difficult though, so.
Oh, we'll see in a
Oh
minute.
no,
Oh,
I think
okay.
that might have been before I turned because they did end up. Oh
That is a completion.
yeah, they did end up completing it.
Okay, my internet kind of cut out for a bit. Okay.
I think that might have been Discord overall because it was on my side too.
Um,
And there's another far attempt from Lord Hosh. They could. Oh no, nope, never mind. I was about to say they could get back-to-back completions, but they did have a very far death. Oh, they're paused. Is
I
everything?
just
alright?
hit the 10-minute mark.
Yep. We're a third of the way through this. It is, and Yellowstone is up by 1,163.
They have a big lead,
For
so
a
it's
pot
gonna
3
be
team, they're performing extremely
yeah.
well. And that shows that the qualifiers don't. The seeding doesn't mean everything. Any team could make a run on any day.
Yeah. Ooh, Scorpion with a death right before qual.
Yeah, 6% before. This late qualifying is hurting the Georgia team a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of deaths from them in that part of the level, which is not very good for them.
There's another qualifying attempt from Kylester. I'm curious of the match between Lord Hosh and Kylester, as they've both been playing very well.
It's pretty even right now, which is good for them because they'll need it.
If they keep
Scorpion, ooh, just right before it.
another instance of the late qualifying percent biting them. The Yellowstone team is on pace for roughly 3,000 points, which that is a very
yeah.
strong score. I have not seen a lot of teams put up 3,000 in the group stages so far, except some
Putting
of
a
the.
lot of pressure on the later matches for Georgia, being in this much of a deficit right now.
Well, even if they end up losing the later matches of the group stage, they still go on to the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Knockout
they will-
Or
stage.
knockouts, yes, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I noticed as soon as I said it. Yeah, the knockout stage where but the disadvantage is they will play against one of the winners of another group.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of activity in the beginning of the level again.
It is interesting
Kyle,
because Scott. Oh, sorry. Kyle started
continue.
qualifying, right?
Yeah. Just gonna mention that.
Yeah. Scorpion and Chubby do seem to be very consistent at the beginning of the level, but they're not as consistent at the 30s, which is really hurting them, as making it to 30 is the same as dying to 1 or 2. It's no points.
Yeah. Well, it does also waste a lot of time getting that far, but not qualifying. That's what I hated like a lot playing Corrosion.
Oh yeah.
I would have like
47
some
from Chubby.
deaths.
There's a qualifying percent.
Yep. Oh,
Corrosion
Lord
was a-
Hosh is also going.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be this. I believe their second
They're
completion if they make it.
at third qualifying, yep.
Curious where these green orbs they talked about were, because there is a completion, but there's the green orbs are the green orbs at the end of the level are before 75. Have you seen them, Star?
No. I'm trying to like see what you're talking about.
Well,
I
when
did
we
not
did the
see that.
pregame interviews, they did say there were those green orbs at the end of the level. Ooh, 51 from Kylester.
If only I knew more about these levels, then I would know. But I do not, unfortunately.
If I had given you more warning, than
Yeah, no,
asking you
it's
half an
fine.
hour before the event, I feel like it would have been easier. But yeah, big thanks to Star, because they showed up with half an hour notice. Because
Did he have someone else or no?
I did not.
Wait,
I
just
would.
didn't do it by yourself.
I wouldn't have been doing it by myself, but you were the first one I asked, just because
Okay.
of what happened last time. I wanted to give you an opportunity to co-host.
So now both of the Yellowstone players are going. Oh, Lord Hosh died. I didn't quite
Kylester
see
still
where.
at
Yeah.
second qualifying, and that wave has caused some issues. Does seem to be very hard, as the Yellowstone team in general has been struggling with the 60s a lot. If they get past the 60s, they have been pretty consistent at clearing.
Hollister did reach 1,000 points, and Lord Hosh is almost there. They
One more
could
qualifying
right
attempt could do
now,
it.
yeah.
And I
Scorpions at qualifying.
nice. Put in some more points up for Georgia. Oh, 50 something.
And there's a death.
But Chubby right behind him, getting to 47 again. That seems to be a choke point for Chubby. So they've already had it
Second
twice.
qualifying death
think
for Hosh. That puts them above 1,000 points now.
Lord Hosh and Kylester very close in comparison to each other, but still blowing out the Georgia team. They are playing very well as a duo.
The Georgia players are also pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
So
One qualifying attempt could oh, no, never mind. Scorpion
not
points
much
just got added.
qualifying.
One
Okay,
good
yeah.
qualifying attempt could switch it. 1 second qualifying attempt could switch them.
Like doing it with only 4 players is a little bit like less like
It's a lot less
exciting.
climactic because you kind of
Chubby's
know
in
who's
the
gonna
comments.
win. Up there in the start pause. There's only 4 minutes left. Are they practicing 47? Or the duel? They don't have enough time to be
didn't
doing
seem very
this.
happy. They wrote out something in the comments.
Yeah. They don't have enough time to be doing this though. They've only got 3:45 left.
Yeah.
And while we were talking about Chubby, Lord Hosh had another late qualifying attempt and took the lead individually for the points in Psychotic.
Perhaps 3,000 points might be a little bit tougher for them now, unless we get some completions.
All it takes is 3 completions, or 2 completions and 2 qualifyings. And Kylester, looking like that could happen, as they are at the 70s. Oh, that must be the green orbs at 72 that they were talking about. And they did pass them, so they've been, I believe they've
I
been very
wasn't
consistent on
looking.
them. There's a completion
Yeah.
from the Kylester. They're just that much closer to 3K points.
Puts them above Hosh's score again.
Yeah, this is intense.
They're really close.
Both teams' players are close to their own team's players, but it's a little bit of a one-sided battle.
Scorpions at qualifying again. And it's hard to see where they're dying, because I feel like it's like the respawn's really fast.
Yeah, you can. They may use a respawn trigger. That is allowed now, cause the mod tracks everything as long as they die.
Chubby dies again at the duel, which is definitely something they were struggling with.
Ooh, there's a 60-something death from Lord Hosh. That I believe that will put them back. If it has not been has it been added? I actually don't know what they were at before, but it does put Yellowstone at 2693. So 1 completion, 1 qualifying in the next 145 would put them above 3,000 points, and that is a very high threshold.
Yeah. Some of the later levels, as said, Georgia really needs to.
And coming up after this is Lotus and Diogen. Lotus by Zero SR is a very well-known level. I believe it's a 2.2 level, which is.
It might be a legendary.
I think
sure.
it's actually. I can check. I'm gonna check, but it is a very good looking level. Zero SR is a very good creator. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the purple flames, so that's legendary, right?
Yeah.
All right, and Diogen by Swoop Inc., I think, is a featured level.
Chubby dies again at 47. I did see that.
Lord Hosh is at the 70s. When they've gotten to this point, they've done a very good job of beating the level. So with 36 seconds left, they could put Yellowstone in a very good spot to reach 3,000. And they do.
Ooh, Hosh
1
with a
more qualifying
completion.
percent in the next 30 seconds, and Yellowstone breaks 3,000. Oh, wait, no. They need a 57 attempt. I did bad math. My bad.
We'll see, though.
Um,
As long as Kyle Okay.
10 seconds
I'll
left.
start.
Be
Yeah.
prepared to undeafen the players. I will
I'll be
try
looking
to
out.
3, 2, 1. Everyone is on their last attempt.
Okay, Hosh.
Chubby makes it to qualifying on their last attempt. Chubby
So
is done.
Chubby's
Chubby
done.
is done. Hosh is done.
This level sucks. I just kept dying to the bug at 40 seconds.
Kylester is done.
Oh,
Everyone is
great.
done. Everyone is done.
This was so bad.
Okay.
Dude,
It's
I
so
clicked off the game
bad.
like 3 times. Like, why? Lock cursor doesn't work. Fix your sucking game, Rob.
Dude, no, this level is actually so bad. 1,300 points. Oh yeah, we're cooked. 1,500. That's. I have not. I never beat this level once. So, bro, I got to 47 like 5 times, and I died to the bug 4 out of those 5 times. It was terrible.
Yeah, we noticed. I noticed that.
Like I
my-
even went to the start pause, and I did it. And I just couldn't recreate it.
My hands were just fucking freezing the entire time, so I couldn't lock in
Damn.
at all.
That's so
Like,
real.
it was killing me more than half the attempts I got halfway far.
I'm glad that this doesn't really mean anything, because if this is the best I'm supposed to perform, then it's over. It's so over.
Dude, I performed far over what I was supposed to.
Don't worry, Lotus is gonna be so bad.
This is gonna be so. I'm actually gonna so Andy, bro. Andy better carry this. It's not good.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready? I believe we're going to break, and we will come back with Lotus by Zero SR as our next level.
Oh, bruh.
I mean, dude, I got a new best, so
So
what more could
Joker.
I ask for, really?
Okay.
We are back with Lotus.
Yeah.
That was very exciting.
I want to
I just don't
die.
want to play 2.2 ship, man.
Yeah, 2.2 ship is
It's been a
atrocious.
Why can't
goddamn
this be
year, guys.
last?
Yeah, but
It's been a
using,
goddamn
like,
year. There's been
5
like
levels.
3 extremes that use it. Come on.
What is it? Is it literally just like this level, that other one, and like Menace? Like,
Yeah,
Dude,
Probably.
there's
yeah, I
not
believe
many.
so. I think it's just this output spring and Menace.
and
This was the
Jailbreak.
first one that was
And
rated.
Oxy uses it too.
Oh, it does. Okay. Does the plunge use it? I feel.
Is Menace the only list demon that does that?
Yes,
I think
definitely.
so.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
I've seen mine.
I hope so.
I've seen
I
it.
sincerely hope so.
I mean, I know Limbo Boat Uwu uses it, but it hasn't gotten rated yet.
Yeah.
Soon, please. I need it.
It's a banger.
It's a
I'm
banger.
saying, like, why is it not
Come
rated?
on.
I don't know why it's
I
not
think
rated,
it's Star
bro.
Plus copies, but whatever.
Okay. All right. I do
The
want to
old
hear.
version of that level was gonna have an upside down, like 2.2 upside down physics straight fly at the very end of the level, but it got changed.
That is a crime. That is the worst thing you can possibly put in
Yeah,
your
if you
level.
look at the preview of it, you'll see it.
What?
Like,
No,
it
it's
was
the main
insane.
level. What? How do you do this part? I can't figure this ship out. Andy, help me. It
Just worry
doesn't
about the
go on.
pre-drop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like set with the pre-chop. I did like 11 to like 50 just now.
All right. So to score points, all
all
you
the
need
way.
to do is get to 31.
Oh yeah, I can do
Yeah.
that for sure.
You just gotta get past the ship. That's all you need.
That's so
Literally.
easy. I could actually do that.
Okay. I do want to hear from the players though. Kyle Stir and Lord Hosh, you guys performed really well last round. What are you thinking about this round?
Not gonna go as well. I don't like this level.
Dude, I'm actually I am less confident in this level than in Psychotic. But like the only spark of confidence I had was from earlier today. So
I'm confident in our ability to get to 31, but much past that, I'm not sure. At least for me, anyways.
Well, I do believe even if you perform badly, your performance on Psychotic more than makes up for it.
yeah,
I'm
like
just
in this-
glad
I
that we
didn't
did
know
get
the
there.
time limit for Lotus, so because I thought it was really long. I thought it was 25, but it turned out to be 15.
What is it in game? Is it in XL?
No, it's like
Yeah,
1 minute
it's like
59.
1 minute 58.
Oh yeah, anything under 2 minutes is going to be 15.
it
Anything 1
comes
minute to 2
somewhere.
minutes is going to be. The reason
Yeah.
Output Spring wasn't is that it's like 2:30 or something. That's the only one I can think of that was 25.
No, I was thinking like if the level is like 1 minute 30, it would have been 2 minutes, and then if it was beyond 2 minutes, it was going to be like beyond 2:30, it would have been like 25.
Well, this is 15 minutes. So the scores are going to
I
be a
could just
little
say
lower
it's a
than
holdover because this used to be 20 minutes. Like in old world tournament streams, this would be 20 minutes and the other would be 30 minutes. So it does seem really weird that it like jumps from 15 to 25. But that's because it used to go 20 to 30, which made more sense. What happened though is that some these streams just they became like a drag to watch.
Yeah.
So we shortened
see
them all
that.
by 5 minutes.
I see.
When I had to do low death, oh my god.
Oh my no.
That
No.
was so hard to do because it's low death. It's so long. There's just nothing that happens in there. It's
That's a
a shame
great
that there's
That was
a
description.
played
lot
in
of
the
levels
low
like
depth
that.
was played in the world tournament in the Mexico versus Brazil.
That's hilarious.
It was for it, so it was 35 minutes of low death.
Oh,
It was
that's
so
so
hard.
mean.
It was so hard to commentate. Oh my god. But we
So-
survived.
All right.
They're at the beginning again.
Yeah, wait, you streamed Brazil versus Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you streamed the greatest match in GD World Tournament history.
Real.
Yeah, when you guys had to figure out the rules on the fly because of what happened.
Wait, what
What
happened? I
happened?
need the lore. I need the lore.
Somebody died somebody died before the clock hit 0, but respawned after the clock hit 0, and then got
No
the
way.
game-winning attempt.
No way.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
Oh
like
my
such a
God.
1 in a million chance you wouldn't think
We
it would
ruled
happen.
that because we didn't allow the restart keybind, and the fact that had they have allowed the restart keybind, they probably would have been able to get it. Is that we decided that the
I
attempt would count.
Ooh, that's hype.
We're mad about that one.
Brazilians still kind of hate us for that one today. Like,
Don't blame him.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
mean, it's
if they
just-
ruled towards Brazil, then Mexico would be mad.
You guys
There's
just
no
haven't made a
winning on
decision.
this one. The only real way to win that is just for it to not happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think the winners are the
well,
people
now
who
it's
played the other
set, so,
levels
like,
and not
if this
low
happens
death.
again, like they'll like know what is what, right? Like
Yeah.
it was kind of like what was it, New York just had a match taken from them due to refereeing.
Yeah,
Ouch.
Power Split started his attempt as the timer went out, and it just wasn't enough.
But it was too late, so it
Yeah.
didn't count.
And that
Yeah.
reversed the score.
Mm.
All right, so we probably get to
Okay.
start. Let's get started though, because I don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah, I do like how Andy's already up 51 points. Haven't even started.
Oh my
I
god.
am? Let's go!
What? Cheating?
Guys, I'm just the
Yes!
best.
I love
Nah,
cheating.
that's
Guys, I'm just the
getting
best. I
taken
don't know what to tell
away.
you, man.
He is the
Alright.
best.
He's the
Andy
goat.
the Great for a reason.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's Aura.
Alright, move to the level start screen.
Oh no.
We need to refresh again.
Yes.
Not
Not
refresh.
ready.
Yeah.
God, my best is 14.
You're chilling, man. Don't worry.
Good luck.
I know you're goaded, bro.
I
It's
was
just so
finishing
funny.
an
Not so.
It's
Wait,
okay.
why
New
is
best
the-
farming.
Why is the third most like comment we are pooping?
What?
And the
That's a
fourth. And-
Banger.
Look at and the fourth.
We are pooping.
We are pooping.
Oh, that's we are popping.
One of
this
them's
one is
we are pooping. One of
This
them's
one's we are
pooping.
pooping.
One of them is we are pooping. They like that one better.
Me too.
Constipation demon.
Okay.
Alright, are we ready?
Yes.
Not really, but let's
Oh, yeah.
go.
Okay,
Let's go, guys.
we will start
Easy
in
money.
3,
Easy money.
2, 1.
I'm like, no.
Alright, the players are being deafened, correct?
Yep, I am doing that right now. Okay.
Alright, thank you. This level, it has a couple of interesting gimmicks. One of them being 2.2 ship physics. Another being like bouncy platforms, which I haven't seen work well in other levels, but it does seem to be well received in Lotus.
Yeah. And when you're deafened, a lot of these players were just going off about the upside down ship.
Oh yeah, I was crying about that in
Um,
Output Spring too.
I didn't know this level had that, nor did those other levels you mentioned had that. So
Oh, new best from Chuppy. And Lord Hosh starting out with a 39 attempt. Andy at the ship. I do believe these guys said this ship was fairly hard. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's... Oh, there's a 29 death. I may have
that
jinxed
look,
him.
yeah, that looks rough. Kauser is there right now. That does not look easy from
Yeah.
just watching.
I did
but
see a friend of
Kauser
mine
did
play this
reach.
level, and they had a lot of far deaths, so I do think the level's fairly consistent. But these players, some of these players didn't have a ton of time to practice the level, so they may not have had as
Yeah.
much time to get super consistent. But I am hoping to see a good performance from them.
Well,
Andy back at the
Kauser
ship.
started off with a 40.
Another 1% before the
Yeah.
5%. That's rough.
It is the same players for Yellowstone from last round.
Yeah, and they did perform
And
well.
they are
so-
off.
Yep.
They are off to a pretty decent start right now.
Lord Hosh on his
Lord
second
Hosh
qualifying
is-
attempt.
Yep.
This is a
And Kauser's at that ship right now.
another 40 death. There's been 2 40 deaths and a 39 death so far.
And that is a qualifying for the Kauster.
Yellowstone has started out with 2 low qualifying attempts, but this one, or 3 low qualifying attempts, but this one could reach second qual and push their lead out a bit more. Strong lead at the start. inspires a lot of confidence.
Andy is also going right now.
Oh yeah, Andy at the basically same part, but not same percentage.
Alistair did reach second qualifying.
Same with Andy. Ooh, that's a
Oh, he
62
got
death, I believe.
63. One of those.
And Georgia with a 58 death from Andy.
Again, Chubby seems to be struggling again this round.
Chubby
as he
did have
last round.
very little practice though.
Yeah,
So
that makes
it's
sense.
very respectable to show up for your team even with no time at all.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect for all these competitors who actually practiced their
Chubby
levels
was
and showed
supposed
up.
to not play, and then he like on the original date, and then like the date changed, and then he could play. That's what happened.
Yeah, so it's very respectable of him to show up and help his team, just because he had the opportunity to. And there's a new
Yeah,
best
true.
of 29. When the players show up, I do believe they should be given credit, even if they don't play well, just because they went out and did it.
Yeah. I respect that as well.
And there's
Coming
a Lord Hosh qualifying.
as a player in this, making sure the people or the teams do get their players active.
As the New York team captain, I just yell at my team until they show up. It's great.
Yeah. And you all are also a manager for this, so
Yeah, I do have connections to all the New York players, so it makes it fairly easy.
I love Noel.
Yeah. Yep, Noah is awesome. That's big.
anyways, yeah. Andy again is at qualifying again.
Yep,
Osh, I
Andy's putting up a.
didn't seem if he did.
Andy looking for a second qualifying attempt. This, if he does pass third qual, I do believe he takes the lead in the match as in a 2v1 basically.
Oh yeah. 71 is third qualifying, and they are approaching that.
There is
And they have reached it.
Georgia lead. This could make it so that the third match does determine the winner of the group. There's a 77 death. Oh, did I?
Osh is also going. Chubby
Did we
barely
miss?
gets the qualifying.
Oh, Lord Hush is far, and I think
Yeah.
I think we missed a Kyle Stir qualifying attempt because Georgia didn't take the lead. We were too focused on Andy getting 77.
In the lead by 5 points.
But
So,
they do have a third qualifying attempt from Lord Hosh.
yeah,
That'll
that will
extend the
put it up
lead.
a little bit.
I think that was a 74 death. Yes, 74. That puts them at a 179 point lead. That is a lot of qualifying attempts, or a couple second qualifying, or one third qualifying.
Andy also going again.
Andy has been looking very strong in this match. They have been very consistent, making it from first qualifying to second qualifying, which does account for a lot of points.
Yeah, those bonuses are really important, especially for these rounds. This implementation of those bonus points for reaching those percents. Unlike the group, or was it the qualifiers? There was only one qualifying percent, and then
Yeah, the new scoring
only
system I do enjoy a lot more. It makes the matches
Yeah.
seem much more intense, and it does reward completions a lot more.
It awards completions less.
Oh, it does?
yeah.
Yeah, because
Well-
because on the old format, a completion is basically worth a third of the score. Like it's basically like half of getting like 50% of your score of getting 100 is the score, right? Like so it's a third of your score, 50 out of 150, as opposed to 50 out of 250, which is not as big of a margin.
I I do think though
What this
it
does
rewards
actually, this
far
benefits people
attempts.
who gets like 98 on the level. Like they have like it's so much better for them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just worded it wrong. Like it doesn't reward the little qualifying attempts as much. You have to be very good at the level to score a lot of points. And there's a Lord Hosh qualifying attempt, putting
Same
Yellowstone
with
in a
Andy
larger
at the
lead.
second qualifying.
Growing up is realizing that the Cash Cup was somewhat right about those qualifying system.
I didn't even watch the Cash Cup. I didn't know about
Yeah.
it. 72 from Andy does get to third qualifying, makes it an 18-point game.
Yeah, it is pretty close. 18 points.
Lord Hosh is at
Still
the ship
7
though,
minutes.
so they could extend the lead.
It's only the points that matter, not the total points, right? So
Well, if everyone in the group was here, the total points would matter because if you tied, that's the tiebreaker. But not everyone in the group is here, so it's basically a best of 3. So only the points will matter.
all right.
Kyle
Seeing
Stir
some
at
more
a qualifying
qualifying.
attempt.
Yeah, Andy does have the most points in this round so far because of those third qualifying attempts, which, as
Very
said, are very
valuable.
important.
There are 6 minutes left, and it is a very close match. If Yellowstone wins this round, they win the group. So Georgia is in a do or die position where dying isn't even that bad as they still make it through the group.
Yeah, as we are speaking, Hosh has a qualifying death, but the Calster is at third
Kylester
qualifying
and
qualifying
Andy
now.
at qualifying, but Kylester at third qualifying. This is the farthest we've seen anyone make it today. There's been no completions so far. This could be the first.
It possibly, and Andy is at second qualifying.
Yeah, Andy is at second qualifying.
Calster's
But if Kylester beats this, it makes it very hard to
nearly
come back. 95.
oh,
That just
95.
leaves it
Andy
tied.
also with a
Oh, Andy did
64.
die. Okay, if Andy had beaten it there, it wouldn't have closed the gap for Georgia, but it would have made it one qualifying attempt away. Lord Hosh is at the ship. They've been very consistent at this ship, and they pass the ship and reach qualifying again. Chubby, I believe, got a second qualifying attempt. Not a second qualifying, but like another first qualifying attempt.
Lord Hosh with a 44.
Andy at the ship kind of needs this. He has had some issues here earlier in the round, but passes it and scores some points for Team Georgia. He
Hopefully to close off
almost
that 190 point deficit.
second qualifying attempt here would be very beneficial.
Getting
Dying
far,
at first qualifying is not going to help much as they are 190 points behind.
and getting far is really important here, as
There is only 4 minutes left. Ooh,
Yeah.
what was that? Was that 60 something? That was a second qualifying attempt, correct?
Yeah.
84-point game.
Still up for grabs for either team for Georgia.
But both Yellowstone players are at qualifying. Ooh, 29 from the Kylester.
Not quite.
Or no, not qualifying. Right before qualifying. I meant the ship before qualifying.
Well, now Hosh is there.
Yeah.
Andy with a ship death.
These ship deaths are costing them. Oh, Chubby had another qualifying. We weren't looking.
Yeah.
That actually puts Georgia at a 1 qualifying attempt deficit. Oh, nope. Never mind.
Seems like
Lord Hosh,
yeah,
I forgot to put that he was
Yellowstone
already far.
got some more points. I looked at the
There's
the
another
scoreboard there.
qualifying attempt from Chubby. This is
The
very
Calster just died
important.
right before qualifying.
If Andy makes it to qualifying and Chubby continues getting far, this could switch up. Andy makes it to qualifying.
Yeah, both Georgia
If Chubby
players in
passes the
qualifying.
ship,
The
they
Callister seems to be struggling with the beginning now.
Chubby had a second. Chubby just got 55. That puts Georgia in the lead.
That is 11 points, and Andy is also still going.
Yeah, but Lord Hosh is as well. Ooh, 50 death. That is brutal. Because now
So
all
we
it
could
takes is
see
1 second qualifying attempt from Lord Hosh to take the lead right back.
2-minute mark is approaching, so make the most of what you have right now.
There's a second qualifying attempt from Lord Hosh. That means Yellowstone is back in the lead.
The Callister seems to have slowed down quite a bit.
This Kylester slowed down and Chubby picked it up. That's a big swing. Minute 40 left. That's
And now
about
they're
the
off
length
to
of
begin.
that's a little less than the length of the level. So if they get one more third qualifying attempt, they're done. But that would be enough to put them in the lead, most likely. Lord Hosh back at the ship. If Lord Hosh passes the ship, makes it far, they could close out this game.
Yeah. Seems like the other three have slowed down a little bit. Andy
Well,
is
Andy
at the
is
ship.
at the ship. Andy has recently been good at the ship, but they have had some issues at the start of the round. I believe it was most likely nerves, and they've gotten through it because they have now passed the ship again and are at qualifying.
Hosh a
Lord
little bit
Hosh
in the
is
lead.
very far. Oh, that's a big death because now Andy just needs a second qualifying attempt to take the
Yeah,
lead.
that wasn't second qualifying, so could be very
Ooh, Chubby also at
beneficial.
qualifying. Georgia takes the lead back. The score sheet is a little messed up right now, but Georgia. Oh, that's barely second qualifying from Andy.
It is just enough though. The
They have a
Callister
48-point lead.
at the ship. I don't want to jinx it.
They're both at
But-
both Yellowstone players are at the ship.
That is another
Kylester makes
qualifying for the
qualifying.
Callister.
They both make qualifying. There's 15 seconds left. Andy needs this qualifying to put them back in it because Yellowstone is back in the lead.
There's only 8 seconds.
5,
Callister died.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, Lord Hosh dies right before the ending. He got that attempt off, I believe. But
Chubby's
Andy is
done.
Chubby is done. Andy is at qualifying. This could, if Kylester and Lord Hosh die, Georgia.
Is this a tech count or no? I'm guessing not.
No. If you're on deafened, it does not count.
All right.
This is
I'm gonna
a
play for
very
fun, though.
close match. Andy's last attempt actually matters a ton.
I'm just gonna play for fun. Oh, yeah, let's see.
And Kylster.
Yeah, all attempts
Callister
matter.
dies
All attempts
right
matter.
before the qualifying.
Ooh.
Lord
This
Hosh
is
makes
amazing.
qualifying, but it just comes down to who dies first.
Oh my golly, dude.
This is close.
It's because I did so bad. That's why. That's so like crazy. But also, I had to learn this
72.
in
I
40
That
did
is a
minutes.
third
so
qualifying attempt.
Horrible.
If
Oh,
Lord
that's
Hosh
pretty
makes
good.
it to second qualifying, that's
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
they don't make
Oh,
it to
he
second
might make
qualifying.
it.
That's it.
Oh, wait,
Georgia won. Georgia
What?
wins round 2.
That's crazy.
No.
Andy's
let's
last
go.
attempt takes it.
crazy.
Let's go.
Andy. Let's go, Andy. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on now.
Chubby, that
Oh
last
my
5
God.
minutes from you was
Oh, wow, that
incredible.
was
That
really
was a
close.
huge swing. That actually made the
Dude,
difference
I
in the
did
game.
so bad in the
You
last
actually
second
make a difference. No way.
The last
Oh,
5
let's
minutes
go.
from Chubby,
Over
where he
1K.
had a second qualifying attempt and a qualifying attempt,
Almost
were
second.
huge.
Oh wow, that was really close.
Yes,
Start off with
that came down to the
14%
last
today.
attempt. If
It's
Those
because
last 2 minutes were really close.
that's interesting.
So we
That
have another
was so-
match for all the marbles then.
was so unconfident. Oh, yeah. We got
Don't
this
rely.
Legion match.
Don't rely on it for
Come
me.
on, Andy. Let's
Going at
go.
40% over and over.
Let's
Okay,
go,
hold on. I
guys.
need to take off this jacket, bro.
versus Andy the Great and Scorpion.
I'm gonna beat this in the future. This is not like a bad level at all. This is way better than what was I already forgot the name.
Psychotic?
Yeah, it's way
Deogen?
better. Way better. Deogen's probably the worst one.
Dude,
I
I
agree.
feel so. Dude, my best from practice sessions was 78, 77. How did I get 95? And how did I suck at the last 5 sucking minutes? That was horrid.
I think the
I
only
just
reason
got-
I did well is because I was just shitting out drop attempts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Andy,
that's
you
real.
started out with 2 ship deaths. That actually
Dude, I-
switch to just reaching the drop almost every attempt and then making it to second qualifying after reaching the drop was huge.
Yeah, dude, I literally I was so nervous and then I just locked in. And I got after
Yeah.
getting past the ship one time, I just started the momentum was crazy.
Hey,
GG.
freaking dude, what
GG's.
sucked is that like I just couldn't get anywhere for the last like 5 minutes. I like died to some random crap for like 4 times in a row.
I just kept
before
dying to
finally
40
got some.
over and over and over again. I think I have 30, 40 deaths.
I just
I
died
hate
mostly to
40.
the ship
Yeah.
in the beginning. I could not get anywhere at all. It was
problem
so
with the ship, like the biggest problem is because they're mini spikes, and I just can't. Like my mind is
Dude,
like cannot
the
wrap
ship
around it.
Yeah,
was
like the
murdering me.
Dude, who made that part? It's so
It's
It was it's
so
zero.
hard.
It's 0-0 made it. Oh, this guy.
It's so
This guy.
bad.
I know. I was
That
like,
ship part is so ass.
but when I died to 31, like literally the
Yeah.
last like click of the ship, I was like ready to break my monitor. I was done. I was
Sorry,
like, well,
Patrick,
that was
is it all about who wins this last point?
Yes,
Or
yes.
do points matter?
No, it's all about who
total.
wins this last points because it will be 2-1.
Oh,
It'll be 2-1.
word.
If you somehow manage to tie,
What?
then Georgia
Dang.
or then Yellowstone has the tiebreaker, but I doubt that you'll tie.
yeah.
I don't think that has that happened before, Patrick?
Oh my
There was
God.
in our show match for California versus Texas, there was an instance where one player on one team and one player on another team tied, but like the other players like made the difference. But that's the closest. And then we had that GDCT match decided by 1 point. Your favorite.
Yes. I didn't get 2v1. You can't prove anything.
I was in that show match round.
Yeah, you
I
did
remember
very
that.
well. I didn't. I didn't.
Oh yeah, Star was. Wait, what level was Star on? Like
It was
Disruption.
ultrasonic.
Just what?
Yeah, one of the
sucked
ones that
that,
you
like,
won by
I
like
just couldn't do
3,000.
anything for the last few minutes. I wanted to get something, but I just couldn't.
All right, we are gonna go into break time, and we will come back with Diogen.
Yay.
I'm not gonna be much help here. I'll try my best, but Jesus.
Just
I
do what
stay
you
in
can,
one. I'm just
man.
gonna stay in
We are so back.
Fuck, dude.
What?
Let's go.
What did I just hear?
Let's go. You heard nothing,
You
actually.
heard nothing.
Okay,
I said
good.
nothing.
I really
Uh-oh.
didn't
You heard
want to.
nothing. Yeah. People don't say anything. You must just be hearing things.
No,
Good.
you're just hearing things.
Good, good, good. I
You're
love
just
being
hearing
insane.
things. I don't know what your issue is.
Love being insane.
No, we're the insane ones. We're playing Diogen.
Holy
Dude,
crap,
the
I have
point,
two- I
dude,
have
the point
789
differential
points.
from round 1 to round 2 looks hilarious. 'Cause
What?
Yeah,
even-
The
that-
point total difference?
It's so bad.
It's so bad, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
'cause,
the
like,
balancing is
y'all-
not good for this event. I
Dude,
would say.
Yellowstone, y'all fucking like heavily practice psychotic compared to us. It's crazy.
I mean, they both the Lotus round was very entertaining, especially with how
Yeah.
close it was, because it kept switching who was up.
That was one of the most entertaining matches of the group stage so far, I'd say.
Let's go.
That was really fun to commentate.
Even though it's hardly a group stage if it's just a 1v1.
This is
Yeah.
the pre-knockouts.
This is the
Yeah,
duo
it's-
stage, actually.
Twist
It's
format
a-
style, bro.
It's a practice round with a little bit more stakes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Commenting for me
Alright.
was probably really easy, and Chubby has died to 20% again. He's on a roll.
But like,
Hey,
I think
that's
it's kind
hater
of.
shit.
I know.
Oh, God.
I know. I'm on bad phone mic and all, but I do kind of want to set a little bit of a narrative for those on stream, since as we already mentioned, these are like one team was had a kind of a brutal start to the tournament. Both of them did actually. Both of them at one point were in the danger zone of not even being present in the tournament at all.
Yeah.
What was it? Yellowstone was like only like a couple clutch attempts at the end away from being completely at the like almost dead last after week 1, and managed to just get better and better every single match. As for Georgia, they've been resilient. They've had a lot of players unable to play that they could have had. I know Mac and PQ19 were both big contributors to their team, but they're still here, and they will still be here after today regardless. But they're putting themselves with a chance to actually win the group outright and get themselves a nice favorable drawing and the ability to pick the order of the next round of levels.
I just work here.
You just work here.
I'm really the only person who wanted to planned to play this week, who is actually playing this week.
Dude, a week ago, I didn't even know that it was a thing. I'm so
Yeah,
serious.
I had to get scored. If
Yeah,
I didn't like,
You
Get off my
never saw me
context,
like
bro.
mention it in like
Well, yeah,
the
no,
football
I
server?
got the notifications, but I just like ignored it. I'm gonna be serious.
that's so real.
Oh.
Getting the most messages I get. Usually.
I just assume because I've like I've talked about it in like the football server VCs before, like quite a few. Actually, you're not. I guess you're not crazy active there, at least in the VCs. So it makes sense.
Well, that was a pretty good one.
Anyways, we're getting ready to play probably the worst or the second worst.
Just
level
wait a
in the
little
pool.
bit.
I just got
because we're gonna get an
44,
ad
yo.
break like right now, so don't like start.
Okay.
Oh,
Got a
that
new vest
counted.
like 12 seconds before.
I do still
want.
want to talk to the players before we
Yeah,
start.
do that. Yeah, just like stall a bit because I don't want people to miss
Stall.
like the game.
Stall. This is an enjoyable
Dude, I
part.
got
I
a
like
new vest
hearing
right
what people
before the
think about the
stream started.
levels.
Let's go.
All right, I do Doink and Jetaru. If am I pronouncing that right?
I say Jataru, but Jetaru works
Yeah.
too.
I'll say Jetaru then. Jetaru and Doink. How are you guys feeling about this level?
Alright. Earlier today, I was starting to get real consistent, and then my mouse decided to stop working. So it is like
Oh no.
it is like on life support right now. The software is not working, but it's working enough for me to play and at least get to qual a couple times. So I'll at least be able to contribute.
Yeah, I'm semi-confident. I've gotten like pretty consistent the first half, but like I just can't get consistent at the wave, so I don't know if I'll be able to get third qual. So I'm not too confident overall, but We'll see
There's a
what
luck it
happens.
could fluke and get a good run, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't expect to. I'd like to get a
Yeah.
couple. Maybe I can get to the wave like twice. That'd be fun.
All right, Andy and Scorpion, how are you guys feeling? Oh wait, no, wait, one sec. Doink and Jataru, any choke points you're looking out for besides? I know you said the wave, but any choke points you're scared of?
For some reason I go on and off from dying like at like 30, which is like the UFO right before like actually getting to qual. So hopefully I don't die to that. And then there's like 17 or 18 at the ball. There's a click that is annoying to me sometimes. But other than that, like obviously like the wave, I think it's pretty consistent other than that.
Yeah, there's quite a few choke points in my opinion. Like there's a couple weird timings at like the first part of the drop, like at 34, that took a long time to get consistent. Semi-consistent anyway. This whole level's very inconsistent.
I can agree.
A 3.
All right, so an inconsistent level for the last round. That means it could go anyone's way.
Yeah.
All right, Andy and
Literally.
Scorpion, this time for real. How are you guys feeling about the level?
I don't like this level. This is the first one I started practicing, so I was like, oh, I don't want to have to play this level for so long. And then the match kept getting delayed, and I'm like, man, I really don't want to play this level. But we're here now, riding the high off of my last round. We'll see if I can do anything this round.
Yeah, a lot of situations made this possible. The biggest one being the fact that the Euro qualifiers aren't happening right now. Those got delayed a week, which gave me the chance to have these matches this weekend instead of during the week, which was why I was like so nervous about that before.
But we're here now, so we're good.
I am hoping you
This
bring
is
the
the last-
confidence from the last round into this one.
Yeah.
I am just, I'm so ready to not have to play this level anymore.
Yeah.
15 more minutes of it, guys.
15 more minutes. That's it. All we got to survive.
And Scorpion, how are you feeling?
I'm just hoping Andy can stat pad enough because I started practicing this level like an hour ago.
That's true.
That's
Like, I'm just
hilarious.
hoping I can get enough qual percent to make up a little bit of difference. But other than that, I don't even know the second half of the level. So
If you guys do what Chubby did, if you do what Chubby did and just clutch at the end, it's gonna be great.
I don't even know if I get to second qual. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be completely
that's what I'm
honest.
about.
I can pretty easily get to first qual, but second qual is very questionable.
All right. Any choke points you're scared of? Like in
The
first qual?
entirety of the parts between the first qualifying and the second qualifying.
Yeah,
Every
that's
single
about,
part.
about right.
Every
only-
single thing.
The only part I don't struggle with is that ship right after the second part of the drop, first drop.
I do think that if I get to second qualifying, I have a decent chance at going to third qualifying, but that's if the nerves don't get to me. So,
All right, are we ready to start?
Yeah, let's get this
Reluctantly,
rumbly
yes.
concert going.
Don't want to be playing Diogen any longer than you have to.
yeah, please no.
I hate playing
Let's get it
Degenerate, bro.
going.
Am I the only one that thinks the level's okay?
Yeah,
Probably.
Probably.
I'm not mentally sane. I'm
Uh,
probably psychotic, so
Yeah, on the
I like when I
extreme
first was playing it.
on the extreme and enjoyment list, it has like a 40 out of 100 average. It's not very enjoyed.
damn.
God damn. All right. This is gonna be a fun match because it's such an inconsistent level. It's gonna be very close. So I wish Yellowstone good luck,
Good luck.
and
luck, everybody.
let's see what happens.
Just
Yeah,
gambling
just
time.
get it over with.
Let's go gambling.
let's go gambling.
All right, refresh the level. I see some of you have already done
I'll
that.
refresh it again. I've refreshed it like 50 times.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
make sure it's fresh as hell.
If he updated the level 3 seconds ago, we've got it. All right, we will start in 3, 2, 1. All right, last level is off. I'm gonna. I believe this level is right in the middle of the lengths of the other two. I think it's about 1:30.
I mean, okay. So a bit less length than Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus
We'll
was
see
a
how these
little.
players do. Yeah.
This is not a very. This is an important but not stressful match for these guys. Cause oh wait, no, this level's long. This is a minute 55. This is
Ooh,
like the same as Lotus.
Doink with a barely not qualifying attempt.
Jataru and Andy already getting far.
Yeah, they're pretty much even. Oh, Andy dies.
That does put Georgia
It's
in the lead for like
42.
6 seconds before
Yeah.
Jataru will inevitably gain points.
Scorpion with qualifying already.
That's big because they weren't expecting themselves to do much. So
I think they're almost at their best.
They had a best of 44, I believe. So 42 is right before it.
42.
Does that puts Georgia at 22 points behind?
And
Andy
Jataru's
actually
score doesn't seem to be working, or it doesn't appear.
Oh, it's not on their player, but it's on their team. It's on Kansas, Missouri. What? All right, Kansas and Missouri scoring 106 points. Let's just roll with it.
Andy got another qualifying attempt.
Yeah. Andy with 2 qualifying attempts already, looking consistent.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to tell what the score is for the Yellowstone team.
Kansas and Missouri has their score. It's
It's
just
106.
switched, yeah. Jataru has 106. Doink, I believe, has 0. But Doink could change. Oh, no, I may have jinxed him. But there's Andy with a qualifying attempt.
Andy's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, Andy has
in the
looked like a
round.
very valuable part of the Georgia team. And well, I mean, they were the only one. There's a 42 death, but they were the only one that actually knew about the levels. That kind of gives them an advantage. I don't know how
Yeah.
much of an advantage, though.
Okay, the score fixed.
All right.
So
Thank you, whoever is on the back end. I believe it's.
Patrick left a call.
Oh.
So I'm not sure, but
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, whoever did it, though. I want to make sure the guys on the back end get their credit too, because there's a lot of work behind the scenes on these projects.
yeah.
And there is Andy with another qualifying attempt. This is the
And Jataru, ooh, 30%.
qualifying is 31, so that actually doesn't that's the same as getting 1% 30 times in a row.
I've already seen some of these Yellowstone players get like very close to the qualifying, but not quite.
And there's this second qualifying attempt. Oh, 53, but that is a second qualifying attempt.
Doink with another death in the 20s.
Okay, Patrick has put that he is still here, but just not in the VC. There, Jataru is at qualifying again. That Jataru and Andy are just exchanging qualifying attempts. None of them are making it super far, but they have been making it to qualifying, which is important.
There's only been that 1 second qualifying attempt, unless that changes.
No, there's been one by Jataru, one by Andy.
Okay. So 2. Now 2 for Jataru. I think Andy had one. I'm not quite sure
just
though.
Had Andy had a second qualifying attempt and just had another qualifying attempt, I believe.
Yeah.
They did say the hardest part was between first qual and second qual.
Yeah. Getting to the second half is quite challenging for these players as it's showing right now.
This is much harder than any of the other levels played. As Lotus, I believe, is either easy or medium tier NLW. I think this is hard tier.
I did see that it was the highest on the Aerodol.
Yeah, it is. It is
another...
normally put in order of easiest to hardest on the thing. And there's a Jataru, another qualifying attempt. Chubby has confirmed this is hard tier. So this is the hardest of the levels.
Okay.
Everyone is at that UFO right now except for
So
Jataru, who just
Jataru,
got,
yeah,
I believe, a 40-something attempt.
it was barely. It was a little bit before second qualifying, so
Andy, still only one still alive. Ooh,
right before.
29.
Yeah,
That's huge. With qualifying being 31, 29 is a very annoying
you know,
death.
a lot of deaths in that
67
part of
point
the
game
level.
with 9 minutes left. This is very close.
Not very high scoring, but very close nonetheless.
Yeah. It's very stressful because one attempt could swing the entire score.
Yeah, unless you're watching the stream as you're playing, you don't know how everyone else is doing. So
I mean, when I play, I like to have the stream open just so I can see like if we're close, but I don't know
you
about
know,
everyone else.
no, I don't watch. I don't keep it open. It stresses me out.
I put it on my phone because like having it on my computer would stress me out. But
You know,
like
yeah.
when like between attempts, I can just look down. Like when I beat the level and have the end screen, I can just look down on my phone and see what's happening. Ooh, 29.
Scorpion
29 for
and
Scorpion.
Jataru's right there as well,
Jataru
and
looking
they
to
have their
take
own
the lead back
qualifying.
for Yellowstone. A second qualifying attempt would put them in the lead, and Jataru has been the most consistent to get there.
Andy's also at qualifying right now.
Yeah, but it looks like Jataru is at second, so Andy needs a good attempt. There's a early death in the second qualifying percent for
See,
Jataru, but it is still a second qualifying attempt. They're tied. It is 404 to
Andy,
404.
yeah, Andy got only the first qualifying,
Yeah.
and it was just enough to tie them.
7 minutes, 20 seconds left.
This is also seemingly really close, like last round, and really important. I mean, not super important, but with a little bit of stakes with those the the knockout seating.
30% from Scorpion. That is another death right before qualifying its percent. And Doink with a 33%. That is their first points for their team. Oh,
It is
wait.
still tied.
Who got 30? I think Andy might have got 33 and we didn't notice. They're right back to tied. Just for anyone wondering, Yellowstone does have the tiebreaker. The scoring is wrong. The scores for the round are correct, but the Group G scores are incorrect, as Yellowstone has the tiebreaker, as they have the total points tiebreaker. The tiebreaker that just says 1 or 2 is wrong. Jataru with a qualifying attempt, but Andy with one of his own.
Oh, Scorpion with another 30.
Jataru with a 50 attempt, but Andy with a 42 attempt. So it's an 8-point lead for Yellowstone with 5 minutes 45 seconds left. Very low scoring match, but very
And
tight.
the minimal second qualifying attempts is making this really close because of you don't get those bonus points from the second qualifying.
You get
It's only the raw percent that you get.
for
So
the
it's
first.
making
No,
this
that's for
really
the first
close.
qualifying. Second qualifying, you get 52, or
Oh,
50,
yeah.
50 plus your score, your percentage.
Andy with a 33, eh?
That puts Georgia back with a 25-point lead. That's one qualifying attempt to switch it up with 5 minutes 10 seconds to go.
Seeing all of them at the beginning now. A lot of first half action.
I think Scorpion or Doink are going to be the difference in this game between them, because Jataru and Andy are very close individually, as they're both
Just
approaching
whichever one of
qualifying, and
them.
Andy gets to qualifying. Same with Jataru. Jotaro
whichever. Sorry.
Jotaro has been very consistent at getting to second qualifying when they've reached qualifying, so that could be huge. Andy has been very consistent at getting to qualifying, but they have stated that the hardest part of this level for them is getting to from first to second qualifying. But they make both of them make second qualifying.
Yeah, both of them.
And I believe this is the farthest attempt we've had today from Andy right now.
Scorpion gets another 30.
They both have
they've
the
been
number
tied
1 and
there a
number 2
lot.
attempts of today. Ooh, there's a death from Deshaun.
62.
And there's a third qualifying attempt from Andy. This is going to put Georgia pretty comfortably in the lead with about 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah, that's huge.
Andy in the 80s. A completion here would put them 100. Oh, 84.
Or
97-point lead for Georgia. That is a couple qualifying attempts, but Doink is approaching qualifying. Doink with the qualifying attempt. This is big because it puts it back to 1 second qualifying attempt for Jotaro.
yeah, Jotaro also
Jotaro
there.
at qualifying, and they have been very good at getting to second qualifying.
Let's see if Scorpion can follow.
Oh yeah,
And
Scorpion
they
with a
do.
qualifying attempt. As I said, the players that are not doing as well are going to make a huge difference because Jotaro and Andy are going back and forth. You just need those little bits of points to push you forward.
It's
3 minutes left. And
it's
Andy
up to
at
Doink
40.
and it's up to Doink and Scorpion to get those qualifying attempts to really make the difference.
Andy's 84 attempt did put him in a great spot, and he's about to reach the 50s, and he makes it to second qualifying again.
Second qualifying. Scorpion with another death right before qualifying. They've been struggling a lot with that part.
Ooh, right before third qualifying for Andy. This is very close. Jotaro, this is very... Jotaro with another qualifying attempt. Kind of needs a far attempt right here. Doink needs this qualifying attempt as well to put them back in it. There's only 2 minutes left.
There's quite a big gap in the lead. But
yes, but both Yellowstone players are at qualifying, so it's a much smaller gap than you think. Andy actually could get to Andy at qualifying. Andy is trying to extend this lead. Jotaro at second qualifying. Doink at 40 got 43. That's I think the farthest attempt we've seen from him. Jotaro at second qualifying only needs a couple more percent to get to third qual. That's a third qualifying attempt from Jotaro. Andy at second qualifying as well. Andy just barely makes second qualifying. That's huge. That keeps the lead for Georgia because that 50-point bonus.
It's a
39-point bonus.
A lot of back and forth.
A minute 15 left. If Doink can continue getting to qualifying percent, that's going to be the difference because Jotaro and Andy are just trading. It's a 39-point game.
And he does have that slight edge over Jotaro, but Doink is leading against Scorpion, so we'll see.
All it would take... Oh, Andy at qualifying again. Andy could just seal this game. There's 45 seconds left.
And
the second qualifying attempt would make it very hard for Yellowstone to come back.
The Scorpion's been dying a lot at that right before qualifying, which is...
There's a second qualifying attempt from Andy. That may seal the game. If these guys can't get back to if these Yellowstone guys can't get back to qualifying soon, it's over. There's 15 seconds left. Andy may not get another attempt, but they are at third qualifying. All right.
That might do it for them. There's 7 seconds left.
Oh, and there's a qualifying attempt from Scorpion. Yep. I believe that's time. Everyone's on their last attempt.
Scorpion done.
Scorpion is done.
Dude, I got fucking cut so badly by choke points and stupid fucking lag spikes. It's so fucking irritating.
Scorpion, you
Everyone-
locked in, bro. You locked in. It doesn't matter. You locked in near the end, bro.
Dude,
That's
I
all that
died like
matters.
6 times in the first part of the drop to lag spikes. Like
Bro,
half
Andy-
of my
Andy, that's
half
at
of my
88,
deaths.
bro. That's insane. That was clutch.
No,
I
dude,
think it
I
was
would have had like
84.
7
Andy
or
is at
8 fall
qualifying
runs.
again. Andy almost.
What?
Andy is
Close to
done. Andy
them.
is done. Doink is done.
Ah.
Everyone
Let's
is done.
fucking go, Andy.
Georgia,
Let's
Georgia
fucking go.
takes it.
Damn. What?
Georgia takes
We
it.
won, bro. We got it.
Yes,
What?
sir.
That
You guys got it.
last second qualifying attempt just sealed it.
No. We reached the 1,000 point mark. Let's fucking go, bro. But Andy, you carried so hard. That 88 attempt was clutch. Clutch.
Dude, I was
Oh.
nervous, dude. Oh my
I was
god.
so nervous, dude. I'm so mad I died to 74. That's the
Dude, I did Andy.
was-
I practiced the level, never died to the black orb before the UFO at like 30. Died to
Oh
it
my
6
God.
separate times
Oh
during that
god.
session.
Dude, I did so bad. Oh my
that was the
god.
worst. That was the worst run I had out of the entire thing. I think actually, this was a redo. I actually recorded last week. I scored more points on when I did that round. Ugh.
Dude, I got so cooked. Dude, I got lag spikes like 3 separate times when I was trying to do clicks and it just made me fall off the slope and die.
I had that one attempt where I was about to get to the ball. I don't know if I got to the ball or not, but my mouse freaking shut off and killed me. I was gonna get to second qual.
Dude, I had like
Ugh.
3 good attempts. It was so embarrassing.
I'm honestly really happy with how I played. That was like the most consistent I was playing all day.
I got
And
so flustered after dying so much to the drop.
I'm
That was the
I'm
worst.
genuinely so
Oh.
shocked I made it to third qual. I was so
the worst
nervous.
one I
I
ever
couldn't-
You guys all
I
did.
couldn't
That
do
was
the
a good
first shot.
match. That was a good match.
That was
We were so
Oh my God.
close.
I've never seen a difference like this where Yellowstone scored 2,000 more points and still lost.
That's some Joe Burrow shit. Like,
Dude, shut the fuck up.
That's
Dude,
messed
I'm a
up.
Bengals fan. Fuck
So
off.
close, man.
I do think Yellowstone, you're not out of the
Yeah.
tournament, even with
Yeah,
having
you
a
guys are
harder
really
bracket.
solid.
You guys played well. Like if you can take that
know.
first round consistency and just to keep it going, all you need is 2 games won to win in the knockouts.
Dude,
The main
I
worry
didn't
is
score
just pray
0.
to
That's all
God
that
it's
matters.
not
I didn't score
California.
0.
Well, here's the issue: is that the way that they have it, there's a 1 in 2 chance that they either get California or Pennsylvania, which both would be like, oof.
I'm
You're
sorry.
rooting for the
Uh,
See,
dude,
I told you though,
swear,
I'm
if
just
it wasn't
running
for
on
the
Andy's
fact
stat
that-
pad. The Andy
If,
stat pad.
if it wasn't for the fact that I just choked with clicking out of the game and I just choked on Lotus, I would have had it.
Yeah. You still did
Kyle,
really good.
what you
Really, really.
do to fix the clicking off the game is you literally just have to pause and unpause after every
Oh.
completion.
No way.
Every time you hit the end wall, it unlocks your cursor, so you have to pause and unpause to lock it again.
I never knew that.
Oh my gosh, that's so dumb.
Oh
Yeah,
crap.
I didn't even know that. What?
alrighty, I'm gonna go.
All right, thank you guys for
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
This was
That was
I've-
so bad.
That was so fun. I'm not gonna lie. That was really
that
fun.
was a very
fun, but,
exciting
ugh.
match. You all played
Yeah.
very well, especially
Wow.
the guys that
Man,
didn't have a
listen.
ton of time.
Why?
Oh yeah.
No
Let's
one,
not
no one,
exaggerate it.
no one played bad. It
No,
was
they
just
made it
some guys scored.
close.
Some guys played really well, like Andy and Jataru. Great
Andy was
performances
the
that
goat.
last round.
Andy was
Yeah,
the
I played
goat.
bad. I had 10k attempts on this level. I have no excuse to only be scoring that many points.
All right, now I don't have to beat Diogen. Let's go.
all right,
Okay,
So,
bye, guys.
I'm dropping it at 95. I don't give a shit.
all right.
I
Thank
have
you,
so
thank you,
7,000
Star.
attempts on this level. I
Thank you,
should've beat
Star, for
so
co-commentating, and thank you, Patrick, for all the back end stuff. We are good to stop streaming, right?
Good night, everybody. Nerd
Yeah, we're
face.
doing
What that means, fish.
Fish.
Dude, do you guys like my bugged